Behind me is Lake Walker, and it's on the Walker River Paiute Reservation. And it was here that a man named Wovoka had a prophetic vision, and this started the ghost dance religion in 1870. Guest appearance from Sandy. And it was said that this vision foretold when the white people would leave North America, or Turtle Island, and return it to the native people. And it was at this point in the 1870s that it was finally starting to become a pan-tribal movement. People were embracing the identity of having several different tribes together. And quickly it spread from the Paiute of Nevada into the Dakotas, into the Lakota people. And this really inspired a lot of the battles that took place between the cavalry and the Lakota and the Cheyenne people. And decades later, a man named Wovoka Jack Wilson was his white name, sort of took up the reins, and it was believed for decades that Wovoka was his father. And he ran with this and founded the second incarnation of the ghost dance religion, which later led to, although it didn't lead to, the cavalry led to, but it was in part responsible for the Wounded Knee Massacre.
I got pulled over once by a fresh recruit because my car looked very poor.
Behind me is the community where Wovoka is buried, and his grave has Jack Wilson written on it. But as a young boy, it was widely assumed within the local community that he was the son of the man who invented the ghost dance religion in 1870. And it was said that on January 1st, 1889, he had a vision. And this vision was of white people falling from the sky, and these were cavalrymen. And it was also said that the white Europeans would eventually leave the Native Americans' land and go back to Europe if the Native Americans lived proper and upright lifestyles. And they held to this, but he never left his village here. He was very well ingrained with the local white culture, and he'd studied the Bible pretty extensively. And because he was a local man, a lot of chiefs would come from Lakota territory, from Cheyenne territory, and from the Great Plains, and they would bring his word back to the Great Plains. And this was when a war was going on over there. And eventually people started subscribing to this and believing they could wear something called ghost shirts. And these were, or spirit shirts, and these would supposedly protect them from harm. And when this happened, they truly believed that doing this ghost dance would bring them good luck, and the cavalry took very negatively to it because they believed that every time they were doing that, they were enacting some sort of prophetic vision that would bring about the destruction of white civilization in the area. So this culminated in the Wounded Knee Massacre, where cavalry fired down on a Native American village of refugees from a hill with a machine gun and killed all of them and chased them into the hills and shot them as they ran. And Wovoka himself was disheartened after this happened, but never left his village and was buried here behind me.
Quarter mile. Turn left.